Hello student, welcome to my channel. Last video I explained one question about the partial adjustment. Now I am going to solve another question and with different treatment. So let me explain the question first, then I will explain it. I wrote the question: P, Q and R are partners sharing profit in the ratio of 2:2:3. Their capitals as on 1st April 2022 were 2 lakh, 3 lakh and 2 lakh. According to partnership deed, interest on capital is to be allowed at the rate of 10% per annum. Profit for the year ended 31st March 2023 amounted rupees 2,10,000, which was distributed among the partners without providing interest on capital. According to the question, interest on capital it is not allowed. Total profit it is distributed among the partners. Among the partners which it is already credited to their capital account. That is wrong. According to the rule, according to the deed, first of all we have to provide interest on capital. After providing interest on capital, whatever the profit it will be remain, that will be shared among the partners in their profit sharing ratio. Clear? So let me explain it. Now I have drawn the analysis table, so I wrote it here. Table showing the adjustment to be made. What are the adjustment we have to make it? That I am going to explain it here. So P capital account, Q capital account, R capital account. Then each and every P capital account I made two column: debit credit, Q also debit credit, R also debit credit. So first of all, we have not provided interest on capital. Now we have to provide interest on capital. So I am going to write it here: interest on capital. Interest on capital. Clear? Interest on capital 10%. What is the capital of P? That is 2 lakh. 2 lakh 10%, 20,000. What is the capital of Q? 3 lakh 10%. 30,000. What is the capital of R? That is 2 lakh 10%, 20,000. So what is the total amount of interest on capital? 20,000 plus 30,000 plus 20,000. Total 70,000. So what is the total profit? 2 lakh 10,000. Out of 2 lakh 10,000, 70,000 it will be provided or it will be given as interest on capital. What is the remaining? 1 lakh 40,000. That 1,40,000 it should be shared among the partners in their profit sharing ratio. So you can write divisible profit. Divisible profit. So 1,40,000 into 2 by 7. Clear? 1,40,000 into 2 by 7. So that means calculate it. You see now 1,40,000 into 2 by 7. 2 by 7 understood from where I got 2 by 7. The ratio 2:2:3. So what is the total? 2 plus 2 plus 3, that is 7. Out of 7, 2, that is P will get 2 by 7, Q will get 2 by 7, R will get 3 by 7. Clear? So if I'll divide it, so it will be 20,000 into 2, 40,000. So divisible profit, P will get 40,000, Q will also get 40,000 and R will get 60,000. Clear? But they distributed 2,10,000 in that means ratio. So wrong division of profit. Wrong division of profit. The total profit was 2,10,000. That 2,10,000 they had distributed 2 by 7 means 30,000 into 2, 60,000. It will also be 60,000 and it will be 90,000. They distributed it, means it is already credited to their capital account. So now we will debit it. So now you will find the difference of debit and credit. You see now, P debit side 60,000, Q credit side 60, both same. So there is no difference. Similarly, Q capital account, you see now, here debit side 60,000, credit side 70,000. That means here 10,000 more. Or here debit side 90,000, credit side 80,000. So here you will write 10,000 more. So R capital account debited and Q capital account credited. So you will pass the journal entry. R capital account debit to Q capital account. It is very easy. You see now, it is coming on credit, so you will write credit. It is coming on debit, you will write on the debit. So here you will write how much amount? 10,000. You can pass the narration, past adjustment or adjustment entry past. Adjustment entry past. So this is solution for the question. Means past adjustment entry, you will pass one single journal entry, that will be your answer. Now I am going to explain another questions where more additional information I gave you. Now I am going to read the question. X, Y and Z are partners. You see now, X, Y and Z are partners. Last question I gave the profit sharing ratio, but here profit sharing ratio it is not mentioned. Their capitals as on 1st April 2020 were 4 lakh, 3 lakh and 2 lakh. According to partnership deed, interest on capital is to be allowed at the rate of 10% per annum. X entitled to salary of rupees 4,000 per month, हर महीना 4,000 मिलेगा. Net profit for the year ended 31st March 2021 amounted rupees 3,30,000, which was divided among the partners without providing above items. Means without providing interest on capital and salary, it is not provided. The total profit it is divided among the partners. Pass and adjustment entry. This is the content of the question. So means this is that means format of the journal entry. At last we have to prepare pass the journal entry. So before passing the journal entry, we have to make an analysis table. So I wrote it here, table showing the adjustment to be made. So what are the mistakes we did regarding the interest on capital? So I am writing it interest on capital. Interest on capital. What is the interest on capital? You see now, interest on capital 4 lakh, 10%. It will be 40,000. 3 lakh, 10%, 30,000. 2 lakh, 10%, 20,000. Clear? X salary. X will get the salary 4,000 per month. हर महीने 4,000. That means in a year how much you will get it? 48,000. So what is the divisible profit? You see now. Total profit, available profit, the profit earned during the year was how much? 3,30,000. Out of 3,30,000, interest on capital is how much? That means 90,000 and that is salary 48,000. So 90,000 plus 48,000. We have to minus it. 1,38,000. What is the divisible profit? Net profit available for the partners, that is 1,92,000. Okay? 1,92,000. That is the division of profit. So let divisible profit. divisible profit 1,92,000. And you see now, let me the point you should remember it again. When the ratio it will not be mentioned, प्रॉफिट शेयरिंग रेशियो विल बी इक्वली. जब क्वेश्चन में रेशियो कुछ नहीं दिया जाएगा, यू थिंक एंड यू कंसिडर ऑल्सो दैट प्रॉफिट शेयरिंग रेशियो शुड बी इक्वली. सो नाउ व्हाट इज द अवेलेबल प्रॉफिट 1,92,000. 1,92,000 को आप क्या करोगे, डिवाइडेड बाई 3. 3 पार्टनर्स इट विल बी डिवाइडेड बाई 3. इफ देयर विल बी 4 पार्टनर इट विल बी डिवाइडेड बाई 4. सो इट विल बी हाउ मच, 64,000. Clear? So divisible profit means X should get 64,000, Y should get 64,000, Z should get 64,000. Clear? But what they did, 3,30,000 it is divided among the partners, means wrong division of profit. Wrong division of profit. Wrong division of profit. They have distributed it, means it is already credited to their capital account. So now you have to debit it. 3,30,000 divided by 3 means 1,10,000 each. 1,10,000. Now first you try to find out the difference. So before finding the difference, you make the grand total of debit and credit. So you can easily find it out. You see now, for X, the debit side is 1,10,000. Credit side, you make the grand total. 1,52,000 credit side. Y 1,10,000, here 94,000. 1,10,000. How much here it is? That is 84,000. Simply you will calculate the credit side total, you will write the debit side total, you will calculate. Then after finding, then you will take the difference whether debit is more or credit is more. If debit is more, how much more? If credit is more, how much more? You see now, for X, debit is 1,10,000, credit is 1,52,000. So here credit is more. How much? 42,000 more. Here for the for the Y, here you see now debit is 1,10,000, credit is 94,000. So how much more? Debit is more. How much? 16,000 more. Clear? 16,000. Similarly here for Z, you see now debit 1,10,000, credit 84,000. So how much more it is? 26,000. I already told you, which is coming on debit, that you will write on the debit, which is coming on credit, that you will write on credit. So you see that Y capital account debit, Z capital account debit, to X capital account. So you will write it Y capital account debit, Y capital account debit. How much? Y capital account debit 16,000. Z capital account debit, Z capital account debit 26,000 to X capital account. X capital account 42,000. Always remember one thing, total of debit it will be equal to credit. So 16 plus 26, it will be how much? 42. Clear? So you can write the narration. Interest on capital and wrong interest on capital, salary and wrong division of profit now adjusted. You can write it. You can write interest on capital, salary, and wrong division of profit now adjusted, and wrong division of profit now adjusted. Clear? One thing I want to say you that everyone can understand each and every part of fundamental of partnership. So try to listen the videos from the beginning. So don't skip any video. If you will listen each and every video one by one, everyone can understand it. Everyone can understand it. I have tried my best to cover all the parts of the fundamental of partnership.